Get these 3 coins out of your portfolio now because we're in the middle of a Bitcoin crash and there's some altcoins that are going to lose even more value than Bitcoin is losing because you can see right here, we have fallen 4.5%. But the reason these altcoins are going to fall even more is because nearly $1 billion in unlocks is planned for these token projects. And if you don't know what a token unlock is, it's the process where the previously locked tokens are moved into the crypto wallets of the investors, team members, or the partners, and then they're freely tradable on the market, aka then they could sell these tokens on retail, which then makes those token prices crash, everybody. But we're going to go right into the first coin, the first altcoin that's going to have a lot of pain since Bitcoin's experiencing a lot of downward price action is ApeCoin. I'm a holder of ApeCoin. I still have my mutant ape as my profile picture. I'm actually still a believer in Yuga Labs and what they can do with this IP. But that being said, the tokenomics are just pretty much terrible for this project here. They're going to unlock 2.3% later on this month. This is going to happen on August 17th, and it's going to be over 15 million tokens. Now, what's interesting, this token used to be over $20. So at one point, this would have been $300 million worth of sell pressure, but today's deflated prices, it is only going to be $12. And you can see right now, we got 30% still locked, and they've released 70% of the tokens. But you can see the countdown right here on tokenunlocks.app. But let's look at the charts of Ape because I found something that no one else is going to point out. Now, normally I'm pulling out Fibonacci extension, checking the retracement. I'm drawing some triangles. I'm drawing some trend lines here. But I noticed something with ApeCoin that is kind of unique. ApeCoin, probably because it's a retail-friendly coin, it respects the dime mark. It respects the 10-cent mark just a lot better than I've noticed with other projects. It's one thing to have psychological pressure around the dollar mark. You can see it right here. Use it as support perfectly. Use it as resistance perfectly. But it's a whole nother thing where you see it on 90 cents. You see it on 80 cents right here. You see it on 80 cents again, and you see it on 70 cents, and you're seeing it on 70 cents as we speak. So if I were to make a prediction on how low I think Ape is going to go, call me crazy, but I think traders are going to respect the next dime mark. I think 60 cents is going to be some pretty strong buying pressure, folks. Now let's go to coin number 2, and that is Aptos. Next on the list is Aptos. They're distributing 11 million Apt on the 12th. This is going to be 2.4% of their supply, worth about $76 million. You can see the breakdown of who's getting what. The biggest is going to be the core contributors, followed by community, then investors, and then it's going to be the foundation. So when we go to Aptos, you can see here, just wondering how many tokens are out. Aptos is in a unique position because technically we don't know the total supply of Aptos. So when you click on CoinGecko and you pull up Aptos, you see max supply. Technically infinity, similar to Ethereum. Now, that doesn't mean they're just going to start making Aptos fall out of the sky and it's going to dilute to zero, but you can see total supply, they kind of have an amount of 1.1 billion, circulating 469. But there's things within the code that can make the 1.1 fluctuate. Similar to Ethereum, sometimes it's deflationary, sometimes it's inflationary, and this affects the amount of Ethereum. But really, no one knows what the final amount's going to be. When we scroll up and click on max, you can see, hey, Aptos has had 2 giant spikes. But where's Aptos going to go from here, folks? Well, I think the next level to the downside is just going to be the recent low. You can see right here, kind of had some strong support, 525 level, 550. But when you click on the 4-hour, you see the strength of these levels. You can see $5.50 acting as strong support right there with wicks down to 520, 525. So that would be a good buying zone. But with this Aptos unlock, this thing might lose about $1's worth, folks. So just be careful holding on to your Aptos. But let me give you a little pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. Aptos is going to have the Aptos experience in Seoul, South Korea. It's going to be September 5th through the 6th. Oftentimes, and I'm not going to say it happens every time, but oftentimes when a coin has a big conference, they're incentivized to have good price action leading up to the conference. So with Aptos, you might see a post-August 12th pump. And so I kind of predict after the dumping, we might start seeing some pumping as we get closer and closer to the big Korean event. All right, let's go to the third and final token. And that's going to be Sand.
I don't like sand.
Do you like Sand? I know how Anakin feels. But Sand has a big unlock happening in a little under 2 weeks. They are releasing 205 million tokens, $63 million worth. Let's jump into the Sand charts here because I got another pretty bold prediction here. I think we definitely have more room to the downside, one with the unlocks. But on the 4-hour chart and on the daily chart, you can see the RSI still has a ways to go. On the daily here, we're not even testing the 30 level. And on the 4-hour range, You can see Sand has definitely had some bearish periods as far as the relative strength index. Right now, I think the RSI still maybe has a little bit room to go to the downside. So this big unlock just hanging in the shadows, it's going to be some downward pressure, but, at a certain point, Sand is going to be a buy, folks. You can see it's just maybe the 25-cent. One, it's a nice psychological level. Two, it's the recent low. Three, we can see where the RSI was there. So we see some similar action with the RSI. Probably going to be a buy at 25 cents. But at 29 cents, you're still looking at a 20% drop potentially within the next couple weeks. So that's my bearish take on Sand, but it is not all bearish, folks. One, I don't play Minecraft, so maybe I'm not the best person to have a judgment on this, but Minecraft, you look at their monthly active users, the thing keeps going up. You can see people are playing it more and more and more. I honestly thought it peaked in 2020, 2021. I just looked this up and I was surprised to learn it's actually growing and growing month after month. So Sand, once you catch that bottom, might be a lot of opportunity, because if you didn't know, Sand is basically Minecraft on the blockchain. So as these kids that play Minecraft get a little bit older, get disposable income, Sand could be a good long-term play, but with these unlocks, you got to get these 3 coins out of your portfolio. There will be opportunity for ApeCoin. There will be opportunity for Aptos. And there'll be opportunity for Sand. I just don't think it's right now, and I think you can get yourself a cheaper entry in the future. Don't let some losers in your portfolio steal your gains. And I'll see you and your good coins at the top.